My name's Dave DeBow, founder of MoneyPartnerFormula.com, and this show is built for everyday real estate investors who are actively doing deals and looking to scale using other people's money. So if you're an active real estate investor and you want to get featured on this show to talk about your own real estate and capital raising experiences, then just go to daveinterviewsyou.com. Now let's get rolling with this episode, and remember to subscribe for daily interview content. Hey guys, back again. Today I've got an interview with a fellow Canadian real estate investor. Vilma Cruz is zooming in from just down the street from me in beautiful Vancouver, well, Coquitlam, British Columbia, actually. And Vilma has got a lot of experience with real estate investing. She got into it at the right time in the early 2000s in the lower mainland of British Columbia and held on to those properties for quite some time, and then had a bit of a shakeup during the pandemic that brought a lot of realities to bear. And now she's kind of had a change of pace, a change of focus. And that's what we're going to look at here today. So Vilma, welcome to the show. Great to have you.
Thank you so much for this time. I really appreciate it.
All right. So Vilma, tell us a little bit, just briefly, about your real estate investing journey, because it's really interesting.
Thank you so much. Yes, I mentioned to you, I started in 2002 when my brother and I decided to just get a single home because we couldn't find a place to live. We were a family of 4 kids and an adult, and nobody wanted to rent to us. So that's how it started. So then when we finally found a home, I remember thinking, and he also was thinking, we're paying a lot. So why not we all gather together and buy a home? That was the initial idea. So me being the second oldest, him being the oldest, we decided to go and do do what we could then to get a credit and a loan and savings and everything that you could do to get a house. And so we did. And that was like a JV agreement where we had 50-50 shares in the property. It was a single family home. We accommodated another unit for myself. Very old. It was old timers. They said they couldn't even tell us exactly how old it was.
Yeah.
But
Was
it was
that in
in
Coquitlam?
Vancouver.
You're right, in Vancouver. Okay.
By 29th Station.
So that's how you got started buying your own home. How did that turn into investing?
Yeah, so we like the idea of having a residential home, but we also like the idea of making more. And we noticed that by just working 1 job, 2 jobs, 3 jobs, we were not making what we wanted to grow into. So we decided then to just look into what other people were doing at that time. Many people were flipping houses. There were shows and people were just anywhere. People were just talking about that. So we tried to do that. It didn't go so well for me. It went better for him, I think, as a contractor, because that's what he became afterwards.
Yeah,
But
at least has made his salary kind of thing, right? But yeah.
exactly, yeah, exactly. But I didn't, you know what? I learned I couldn't do that strategy. But I then started just investigating how I could do something else with what I had saved, because that's all I could do. I have a sister who then became or demonstrated intentions of becoming a real estate agent, which she did afterwards once she gave birth to a child and got married and all of that. And then that's where we started gathering ideas of how we get into the market more, as opposed to just living on a home that we wanted to call ours and own it one day.
Yeah. So what did you do?
So then I remember when I turned 30th, I decided then, because the market was just skyrocketing, if you remember, Olympics and all of that, right?
Yeah.
Then I, again, went back to the bank and see what I could do credit-wise, loan, work more, save more, and went into buying apartments in new builds in Langley and in the West. They
So buying
were
individual apartments.
individual apartments. At that time, I did not think about multifamily homes as a whole or as a strategy. I didn't think it was available to me. It's funny when I look back, because I think, oh, I thought I had to have so much, to get into a building. So that's what I did.
So you bought individual apartments in these, okay. And then what did that end up turning into for you, Vilma? How many rental units did you end up with, let's say, by the time the pandemic came around?
The pandemic came around, so we had about 5 and some assignments that were what lasted 2 years. I ended up being managing these properties, the contracts, maintenance and looking for the people, interviewing them, filing the forms that needed to be done according to tenancy. Of course, phone calls, maintenance, handling the strata. So it's a lot of work, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
that just kept me busy, I will say, but I couldn't see myself as scaling up. More than anything, I think you get tired,
Yeah.
or that's what I felt.
Now, were you able to ride a nice wave of property appreciation over those years?
Yes, we did. I think as a
Mhm.
family, we all can say that Vancouver is probably one place that you can invest in and see that happen. So I'm glad we invested then when we could.
Mhm.
And then I decided to change a little bit.
So you were mentioning in some of the information you sent ahead of time, there are challenges, there are big
Yes,
benefits and challenges to investing with family members. Talk to us
yes,
a little bit about that because
thanks.
that's what a lot of people are thinking about. Maybe they have done it, maybe they haven't. Tell us your thoughts.
Yeah, I think the initial idea for many people is I want to grow, I want more, I want more, I want compound interest, I want compound everything. I see they see, each other's vision of where they want to get to, but they don't realize that we're all evolving and we're all changing, and so we're developing different goals. And that's what happened to me. I
Mm,
couldn't quite. It's not like I didn't understand other people's goals, but also grow at the same pace, or maybe change my goals for theirs. So I have
mm.
siblings, I have mother, father, and we all different. So being able to buy into their vision and letting go of others, that's a challenge sometimes because we are emotional beings. So having emotions, family, business, money handling, and all the tenants and issues, all that together all at once, plus pandemic or anything else that can come across the market or political, status.
That makes family Christmases and Thanksgivings even more challenging, right?
For sure, for sure. So you don't want to have that kind of early Christmas before Christmas, right?
Yeah. I hear. Okay, so you were telling me off camera that, the pandemic came along. You had the experience of tenants not paying their rent and having to go through all of that. And then at the end of that, you decided to heck with this and you liquidated. What are you focusing on now, Vilma? Where is your real estate investing business going now?
Yeah, thankfully I can say that I am becoming more educated financially, so therefore I can see other strategies come across my journey, such as multifamily. So I'm looking into the full multifamily space within the two provinces adjacent to BC, and potentially working and also in the USA as a lender, because I think that's one way of working for me that can work for me. And alongside, I'm not drawing away from the relationships that I already built with other people around me, such as family, friends, and now with people that I'm meeting, because that's a really strong part of my being, just keeping those relationships intact and just working together alongside.
Very good. So have you completely pretty much gotten out of real estate temporarily and you're just kind of looking for what does that next good opportunity look like? Or do you still have are you involved in some deals
Assignments.
right now?
Assignments is what I have right now, and just handling other family members' properties as an active, kind of maintenance or
Property
property management.
management.
Yeah, like
Because
it's
they all
hard
know
to,
that Vilma can take care of it. Is that what I'm
well,
hearing?
which she makes it happen or she talks or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you know what it is, right? You answer emails late at night or
Yeah.
go be there early in the morning, weekends.
It sounds like you guys have a very tight family unit, Vilma. If you don't mind me asking, where are you all from originally?
Yes, I was born in El Salvador, so my parents
Yeah.
are from El Salvador. We came here in 1992, and we kind of stick to that idea of wanting to, be connected to where we came
Yeah.
from. I have a 10-year-old son. He just turned 10, and,
Nice.
and I bring him back every year as much as I could, except for the, pandemic time that I couldn't. So
Yeah.
he knows my roots. Mhm.
That's wonderful. It's been a long time since I've been in El Salvador. It's a beautiful, beautiful country, that's for sure. And I find that people from El Salvador are very entrepreneurial, very business minded, very
Yes.
investment minded, much more than a lot of other Latinos. It's really interesting. It's kind of my impression is it's kind of a cultural thing.
I agree with you 100%. I mean,
Mm.
we came here and we wanted to to grow. And when we came here, we didn't speak the language. We didn't have a dollar. We didn't have family members to help us or, to guide us into where
Mhm.
to live at, even that. But we wanted money because we were coming from having money or having more than what we could have here then, right?
Mm.
And we had that vision. And I believe a lot of Salvadorians here in BC and other, even in the USA,
Mhm.
have companies, they somehow develop this business idea and then they get their family members involved or, you
Yeah.
know, yeah.
Oh, I think it's wonderful. But yeah, there's obviously going to be all those
Yes.
interpersonal things that go on there as well. So, Vilma, now that you've kind of stepped back from your own active investing, you still got your fingers in a little bit there, but not
Hmm.
like before. Now that you've liquidated and you've got this, this capital that you're looking to deploy, where do you see your things going over the next 12 to 18 months for you?
Yes, thank you for asking. So I'm looking forward to be able to work with other like-minded investors and then get into the multifamily space. I'm looking
Mm.
at 8+ units in Saskatchewan, Edmonton, and building the power teams that I can call power teams because we're giving power to each other as a team.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Excellent. Very good. So, Vilma, if people would like to connect with you, what's the best way for them to do that? Is it on social media, on Facebook, or what?
Yes, Facebook is one of the ones that I go to the most.
Mhm.
I am there as Vilma Raquel, which is my middle name.
Very good. Well, Vilma, thanks very much for sharing your insights, your experience, and your goals, plus the pros and the cons of working with family members as investor partners. Really appreciate it. And I can tell that you're going to have great success because you're a very focused person. So all the best.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, take care, and we will see you on the next episode. Hey there, I really hope you enjoyed that episode. And as always, if you want to listen to more daily interview content, make sure you subscribe. And if you're an active real estate investor and you're doing deals and you'd like to get featured on this show, then just head over to daveinterviewyou.com. Now, at moneypartnerformula.com, we help real estate investors to create a process for predictably getting capital so they can do more deals without relying on hard money lenders or the banks. We do this by building them a private capital marketing system. Now, if you want help turning yourself into a big money capital attraction machine, then book a call with our team to see how we can help. Just visit moneypartnerformula.com to find out more. All right, take care, and we'll see you on the next interview.